Let me ask you a question. What do these things have in common? 1. Feeling so tired after you eat a meal that you need a nap. 2. Being thirsty all the time, no matter how much water you drink. 3. Little bits of skin, called skin tags, suddenly appearing on your neck or armpits. And 4. That frustrating brain fog that makes you lose your train of thought. Do they sound random? Like separate, annoying problems you just have to live with as you get older? What if I told you they are not random at all? What if I told you they are all alarm bells? Warning signs sent by your body, all pointing to one single, hidden problem. A problem that is silently happening inside millions of people over the age of 40. It steals your energy, it messes with your mood, it fogs up your thinking, and if you ignore it, it can lead to serious health issues down the road. This problem is having too much sugar in your blood. And you do not need a doctor's label of diabetic to be affected by it. Today, we are going to connect the dots. I am going to reveal 7 of these silent alarm bells. I will explain in simple, everyday words what is really going on inside your body and what you can do to stop it. And you will want to stay for all 7, because the last 2 are signs that most people would never, ever guess are related to their blood sugar. This isn't about fear. This is about knowledge. And the knowledge I'm about to share could truly change your life. So, let's get started. Welcome to 40 Plus Wellness. Our mission, our passion, is to provide you with clear, trustworthy, and practical advice that empowers you to feel vibrant, strong, and truly in control of your health journey. We're not about quick fixes or trendy fads. We are about building a foundation of lasting health, so you can live this incredible chapter of your life to its absolute fullest. Community is at the heart of everything we do. We learn and grow together. So, before we dive into the details, I invite you to engage with us. Take a moment and head down to the comments section. Let me know which of the feelings I just mentioned, the fatigue, the brain fog, the thirst, have you personally experienced but perhaps dismissed as just a part of life? There is immense strength in sharing your story and realizing you are not alone. I promise you, your comment will be a beacon for someone else feeling the exact same way. I can't wait to read your thoughts. Now, to understand the signs, we first need to understand what's happening inside our bodies. Let's create a simple picture. Imagine your bloodstream is a vast network of roads. The food we eat, especially things like bread, pasta, rice, and sweets, is broken down into a simple sugar called glucose. Glucose is the main fuel for the cells in our body. It's what gives us energy to think, to move, to live. But for that glucose fuel to get off the road and into your cells where it's needed, it requires a key. That key is a special hormone called insulin, which is made in your pancreas. When you eat, your pancreas releases insulin. The insulin travels to your cells, unlocks the door, and lets the glucose enter to be used as energy. It's a perfect system when it works right. However, if our diet is full of processed foods and sugar day after day, and we don't move our bodies enough, the system can start to fail. Your body gets flooded with so much glucose so often that your pancreas has to work overtime, pumping out more and more insulin to try and clear the roads. After a while, your cells get tired of all the knocking. They start to ignore the insulin key. This is called insulin resistance. When this happens, 2 bad things happen at the same time. First, the glucose is locked out of your cells, leaving them hungry for energy. This is a big reason why you can feel so tired. Second, all that unused glucose gets stuck in your blood. Your blood actually becomes thicker and stickier, like syrup. This syrupy blood has a hard time flowing through your small blood vessels, and over time, it can damage them, causing health problems all over your body. This is the hidden state where the silent signs begin to appear. It happens long before a doctor might give you a label like prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. So let's learn to listen to these alarm bells, starting with the most common one. Sign number 1. Deep fatigue, especially after meals. This is not the normal tiredness you feel after a long, busy day. This is a heavy, deep wave of exhaustion that hits you hard, usually an hour or two after eating a meal, especially one with a lot of carbohydrates. Maybe you had a big bowl of pasta for lunch, or a sandwich with a soda. Instead of feeling energized, you feel an overwhelming need to just put your head down and sleep. You might blame it on a bad night's sleep, but here's what's really going on. When you eat that carb-heavy meal, a ton of glucose rushes into your blood. Your pancreas works overtime, pumping out a huge amount of insulin to deal with it. But because your cells are resistant, this whole process is clumsy and slow. This huge insulin release eventually causes your blood sugar to crash a couple of hours later. So you're hit twice. First, your cells are starving for energy because the glucose can't get in properly. Then, the insulin overreaction makes your blood sugar plummet, leaving you feeling completely drained and weak. It's this spike and crash cycle that wipes you out. Sign number 2. Constant thirst and going to the bathroom a lot. Do you feel like you're always thirsty, even when you're drinking water all day? Do you take a water bottle with you everywhere, but still feel like your mouth is dry? And because of all that drinking, do you find yourself always needing to know where the nearest restroom is? This is not a coincidence. It is your body's emergency cleaning system kicking into high gear. When you have too much sugar in your blood, your kidneys have to work much harder to filter it out. But they can only handle so much. When they get overwhelmed, the extra sugar gets dumped into your urine. To wash this sugar out of your body, your kidneys have to pull water from your tissues. This is what makes you have to go to the bathroom so often. And because your body is losing so much water, it sets off a dehydration alarm, making you feel incredibly thirsty. It's a loop. The high sugar makes you urinate, the urination makes you dehydrated, and the dehydration makes you thirsty. Sign number 3. Persistent brain fog or trouble focusing. Your brain uses more energy than any other organ. But it needs a steady, stable supply of that energy to work well. When your blood sugar is on a wild roller coaster ride all day, spiking up and crashing down, your brain's fuel supply is not stable. This directly affects your ability to think. The result is that frustrating feeling of brain fog. It's when you have trouble finding the right word in a conversation. It's when you forget why you walked into a room. It's when you struggle to focus on a task that used to be easy. It can also show up as feeling moody, irritable, or anxious for no clear reason. You might think it's just stress or age, but these moments are often a direct result of unstable blood sugar. Your brain is simply not getting the steady fuel it needs to stay sharp. Sign number 4. Vision that gets blurry at times. This sign can be worrying. You might notice that your vision isn't as sharp as it used to be, but it's not all the time. It might be blurry for a few hours, and then it seems to get better on its own. You might find yourself squinting to read something, even when you're wearing your glasses. This is a direct result of too much sugar in your blood. This excess sugar can cause the lens of your eye to absorb extra fluid and swell up. This swelling changes the shape of the lens, and that changes its ability to focus properly. This is why the blurriness can come and go as your blood sugar level changes. While this type of blurriness can be temporary, it is a critical warning sign. If it's ignored for a long time, high blood sugar can cause permanent damage to the tiny blood vessels in your eyes, which can lead to serious vision problems. Don't just brush this one off. Sign number 5. Slow healing cuts and frequent infections. Have you noticed that a small cut from a kitchen knife or a scrape from gardening seems to stick around for what feels like forever? Or maybe you find yourself getting sick more often, or battling infections like urinary tract infections or yeast infections that just keep coming back. This happens for two main reasons. First, bacteria and yeast absolutely love sugar. A high sugar environment in your body is like a feast for them, allowing them to grow and multiply. Second, high blood sugar weakens your body's natural ability to defend and repair itself. It can damage your circulation, making it harder for healing blood to reach an injury. It also hurts the function of your immune cells, making them slow and less effective at fighting off germs. This combination of feeding the bad guys while weakening your own army is why healing is slow and infections can become a frequent problem. Sign number 6. Unexplained changes on your skin. Your skin can be like a billboard for your internal health. When it comes to insulin resistance, there are two very specific signs you can actually see. The first is the appearance of new skin tags. These are small, soft little flaps of skin that often show up in places where skin rubs together, like your neck, your armpits, or your groin. While they are harmless, getting a lot of them is strongly linked to high levels of insulin in your body. The second sign is even more telling. It's a condition where you get dark, thick, almost velvety-feeling patches of skin. These usually appear on the back of the neck, in the armpits, or in other body folds. This happens because the high levels of insulin are making your skin cells grow too fast. If you see these changes, your body is sending a very clear, visible signal that your sugar and insulin system is under a lot of stress. Sign number 7. Increased hunger and craving carbs. This is maybe the most frustrating sign of all. You've just finished a meal, but you still feel hungry. An hour later, you feel a deep hunger, like you haven't eaten in days. Or you get hit with a powerful craving for something sweet or starchy, like cookies, chips, or bread. This is the strange reality of insulin resistance. Remember, even though your blood is full of sugar fuel, your cells are starving because the insulin key isn't working right. These starving cells send emergency signals to your brain, crying out, "We need energy. Feed us." Your brain hears this as a powerful hunger signal. It tells you to find the fastest energy source possible, which is sugar and simple carbs. You eat them, and your blood sugar spikes, but the real problem isn't solved. This creates a cycle of hunger, cravings, and eating that can feel impossible to escape. Now, after hearing all that, I want you to take a deep breath. If many of these signs sound familiar, please do not feel scared. Feel empowered. Your body is talking to you, and today you have learned to understand what it's saying. This is your wake-up call, and you have picked up the phone. Here is your simple, 3-step action plan to start making things better. First, and this is the most important step, make an appointment to see your doctor. Be your own health advocate. Tell your doctor about the symptoms you've noticed and ask for a few simple blood tests to see what's really going on. You can ask for a fasting glucose test and, even better, an HbA1c test. That test gives an average of your blood sugar over the last 3 months. These numbers will give you and your doctor real information to work with. Second, just look at your plate. You don't need to start some crazy diet tomorrow. Instead, at every meal, just ask yourself 3 simple questions. Where is my fiber? Where is my protein? And where is my healthy fat? Fiber from vegetables, protein from things like chicken, fish, or beans, and healthy fats from things like avocados, nuts, and olive oil. These 3 work together to slow down how fast sugar enters your blood. They help you feel full and prevent those wild energy spikes and crashes. Third, move your body, and try to do it after you eat. This is an incredibly powerful tool. When your muscles work, they can pull sugar out of your blood for energy without needing much insulin. It's like they have a backdoor key. You don't need to run a race. A simple 10 or 15-minute walk after your biggest meal of the day can make a huge, immediate difference in your blood sugar level. This whole process is about a shift in your mindset. It's about moving away from any feelings of blame and stepping into a new role of taking active care of yourself. These signs are not a punishment. They are a gift of information. They are your body's invitation to make gentle, steady changes that will improve your health for years to come. You are not just a passenger on this health journey. You are the driver. Every healthy choice you make, every walk you take, is another step in the right direction. If this video has been valuable to you, please show your support by clicking that like button. And if you believe in our mission of providing clear, empowering health information, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. It's a small click that makes a huge difference and helps us reach more people who need this information. Thank you so much for investing this time in yourself today. Here at 40 Plus Wellness, we believe every step you take towards understanding your body is a victory. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.